Hello and welcome to Tuesday's edition of Cracking the Crypto. You'll have to excuse my voice today. I'm a little bit under the weather, but that's not going to stop me from attempting to solve a puzzle called Exclusive Lines by Nurator. I haven't done a Nurator puzzle for ages on the channel, but I think I have done a puzzle with a very similar rule set to this one before, which must have been by Nurator. Maverick's about to fly over. That is excellent timing. It's quite a nice day here today. Anyway, yeah, this involves checkpoints and fog of war, as you can see. And I think the basic idea, and I might be wrong, but I think the basic idea is you solve it until you get this digit, and then that might reveal more stuff in the grid, and you delete everything apart from this cell, and then you solve it some more, and you might get another green cell, and you go from there. So you have to sort of reach the checkpoint in order to keep exposing the rest of the grid. Apparently this is wonderful as well, so I'm looking forward to giving it a go, even in my slightly under the weather state. We can't let being slightly under the weather defeat us. The start of the first COVID lockdown was when Mark and I started doing a daily video each, and we haven't missed a day since then. That is now a lot of years. Is that 6 years? That's something to be mildly impressed by. Anyway, I'll read you the rules in a moment or two's time, and we'll have a look at the puzzle together. Other things to mention. Thank you so much if you joined us last night for the latest Blueprint stream. I will not spoil it. I will simply, hopefully, put a link to it. If you haven't had a chance to watch, do check it out. I've no doubt we'll be back again there next week. I think it's not a spoiler to say we didn't finish the game last night. That's probably fair. Other news, we should definitely check how our monthly competition is going on, shouldn't we? Is it that one? Yes. This is Blob's competition, which is running over on Patreon at the moment. You can see how many solves we've had of the first few puzzles, and we were up to some astronomical number, 459 solves of puzzle 12. So let's see where we are now. 501 solves of puzzle 12, over 1500 solves of puzzle 1. It's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And you can see there's some bonus puzzles in there as well. Do check them out. I know you'll enjoy them. Blobs' puzzles are great, and you'll be very good at those, especially if you're good at computer programming, which seems to be a very natural. Indexing seems to be a very natural thing for people who are good at programming. Anyway, what else? Let's do birthdays. I've got birthdays a go today. Although the first announcement is not a birthday. It is a message for, is it Dina? I hope I'm saying that correctly. Dina and Christian over there in Germany, who today celebrate 5 years together. So congratulations on what is... Oh, I used to know what the 5th year anniversary was. It's... No, I'm not going to remember, I don't think. Anyway, maybe it's chocolate cake. Maybe that is the special anniversary gift. So I hope the two of you have a great day today. And congratulations again. Next, we will go to Lithuania. So we'll go from Germany down to snowy Lithuania to wish Lucas a very happy 40th birthday. Lucas, your wife Lena wrote to me and told me that you watch the channel a lot, and I was allowed to reveal your nickname, which is it Bambisus? Bambisus. What's that got to do with Lucas? Maybe Bambisus means something in Lithuania. I don't know. But anyway, Lucas, I hope you have a brilliant 40th birthday. I hope the chocolate cake is very good. Somebody who's not having chocolate cake today, and I'm appalled by what they're going to be forced to eat. Emma, your friend Pauline in the Netherlands told me that you were a wonderful happy soul. I think the two of you might play video games together, and you brighten up her life. And on your birthday, you're getting together to have weird pancakes. Eggnog and peaches was apparently one of the offerings. And the second offering, which sounds just too... I mean, I'm almost gagging thinking about this. Goat's cheese and honey. Whoa, no. What you need, Emma, is some very nice, heavily iced chocolate cake. And I hope that one of your friends can find it in their hearts to provide that for you. Right, now the final announcement is not a birthday. I want to say a few words to David over there in Hungary. David is 21 years old, and David, your friend Nandor wrote to me, and David's only 21, but he's got to have surgery tomorrow. He's got to have surgery to remove a brain tumor tomorrow. And well, I just want to tell you, David, that we are rooting for you here, and keep fighting. And we send you all good wishes for tomorrow and thereafter. I know you've got a brilliant logical mind. Nandor was so impressed by your ability with Sudoku, and I think our videos have been distracting you while you've been in hospital. And anyway, David, keep fighting the fight, my friend, and the very, very best of luck with the surgery. That's all the news. So why don't we do some solving together? Let's have a look at exclusive lines by Nurator, and I will read you the rules of the puzzle. We have got, I think this has got 3 stars out of 5, by the way, for difficulty, so hopefully not monstrous. We've got normal Sudoku rules applied, so we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. If 2 digits are separated by a black dot, then 1 digit is double the other. Sorry about my voice. So imagine those 2 cells had a black dot between them, and this digit was a 4, then this digit would either be 2, because 4 is double 2, or 8, because 8 is double 4. One of those things would have to be true. Digits separated by a white dot are consecutive, and not all dots are given. So, I mean, if this was a 2, I don't want to put it in case it clears fog, but if this was a 2, this would be a 1 or a 3 in order to be consecutive with 2. And not all dots are given, so it's perfectly possible, let's say those 2 could be consecutive, and just because there isn't a dot doesn't mean that that's a problem. All we're being told basically is positive information about dominoes that do contain dots. Now, what else have we got? We've got dynamic fog today. So deducing the digit in the highest visible checkpoint, marked with a green square and a number, so that this has got a 1 in the bottom right, will reveal new cells and potentially a new checkpoint. Each line follows the rules of one specific constraint type from the following list. It is up to the solver to determine which line belongs to which type. Each line constraint type may contain no repeated digits anywhere in the puzzle. Okay. And then what do we have to do? At the start of the puzzle, all lines are region sum lines, i.e., the 3 by 3 box borders divide the lines into segments. Each segment along an individual line has the same sum. So that cell is going to be equal to the sum of those cells, because we split the lines where they're, and let's do this one, so that one is going to have the same sum as those 2. When a new checkpoint is revealed, remove the determined line types, and all entered digits except those on checkpoints. You are now allowed a new line constraint. So checkpoint 1. Oh, I see. So once we've got checkpoint 1, the lines can now be German whisper lines. So these lines don't have to be region sum lines anymore. And along a German whisper line, adjacent digits have to differ by at least 5. So if this was a 1, this would have to be at least 6. And checkpoint 2, so there's going to be a checkpoint 2 somewhere under the fog. Let's just say it's there. So it then says, additionally, the lines can now be parity lines. So on which digits alternate between odd and even digits. So if this was a parity lines are normally red, aren't they? And this was a 1, then this digit would have to be even, is how it would work. You have completed the puzzle. Is this the last rule? Yeah, this is the last rule. You have completed the puzzle when all 3 checkpoints are revealed and the complete grid is filled. Okay, so that's our task. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual, but now I get to play. Let's get cracking. So these are just region sums at the start, aren't they? So that these 3 digits have a minimum sum of 6. So this must be at least a 6. Oh, hang on. Yeah, okay. It also said, didn't it, that we can't repeat digits. Right, that's huge. That's huge. Because if you can't repeat a digit anywhere in those 7 cells, then what we can do is actually look at those collectively, can't we? We can say that those 5 digits all have to be different, which means that the minimum sum of those blue digits is 15, the triangular number for 5. If we filled those digits with 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, given they all have to be different, the minimum sum would be 15. Now what that means is that these 2 digits have to sum to at least 15, which means this digit is at least 6, because this can't be bigger than 9. Yeah, okay, this digit is a little bit pressured now, because it's on a 3-cell sum that's adding to a single-digit total. So, I mean, you just can't make this very high. It could be a 6. That's the most it could be. If this was a 6 and this was a 1-2 pair, 6 plus 1 plus 2 is 9, so that's just possible. But it certainly can't be 7, for example, and yet it has to be consecutive. Oh, losing my voice, that's a disaster, isn't it? I don't want to cough, so you just have to give me a moment. I'm sorry about this. Yeah, so this has to be consecutive with a high digit, but can't be bigger than 6. So this has to be 5 or 6, I think. So this can't be 8 or 9. But these 2 have to add to 15. So this now can't be 6 or 7. Because even if it was 7, that wouldn't be big enough to get these 2 to be 15, especially as they have to be different. Well, not especially, but it just... Oh, right, so this digit... So the checkpoint digit is at least 7 now. And this domino has to contain an 8, because in any consecutive pair of digits there must be an even digit. That's the nature of numbers. So how does it work then? Do we know? Does that have to be 8 or something? If that's 9, you could fill these with 1, 2, or 3. Right. No, this can't be 8, actually. If this was 8, how would we fill this collection of digits? It would have to be 8 is a 1 plus 2 plus 5. That's the only way we could do it, given the restrictions on this cell. And that won't work, because if this is 5, what is this digit? That's going to have to be 6. And we need a domino that sums to 6 without using 1 or 2. You can't do it. 1, 5 and 2, 4 are the only ways. So this is 9, I think, which is going to give us this cell. And then we reveal the fog. But now, if I remember rightly with these puzzles, I think I have to almost forget everything I've learned. Let me just check the rules. When a new checkpoint is revealed, remove the determined line type. So we don't know now that these are region sum lines anymore. Can I leave the 8 in? I can leave the 8 in, because it says remove all entered digits except the ones on the checkpoints. And you are now allowed... Oh, I see. So now Now these lines are either region sum lines or German whispers lines. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. I mean, let's trot through some of the lore, LORE version of lore, related to German whispers. What do we know about German whispers? The first thing we know is you can't write 5 on a German whispers line, because if you do, the next digit would have to be 5 different from 5 at least, and whether you go up or down, you don't get into Sudoku territory. So there's no 5s on whispers, which means every digit on a whisper either has the quality of being below 5 or above 5. And the crucial thing to realise is that if you're above 5, the next digit can't also be above 5, because these two can't be 5 apart. So you get this oscillation that, oh whoopsie, something like this, and then this would have to go down again. Yeah, okay, so I can see something on this line, the pipeline. Oh, the pipeline, yeah, the pipeline. The pipeline, because it looks like a pipe, it's not actually a pipeline. You can see these two cells are meant to be consecutive, and yet they're actually different polarities. Imagine this was low. Then we know by this oscillation rule that this would be low and this would be low, which means that this would be high. So we'd have a 1, 2, 3, 4 here and a 6, 7, 8, 9 here, supposedly consecutive. Well, that clearly can't be true. So this line is not whispers. This is, let's make it blue. That's normally the color of region sum lines. Right, that's right, okay. And now we can use a little thing known as the secret. You have to excuse me while I dab my nose now. Yeah, we can use the secret because let's think about how maths works. Firstly, let's talk about the secret. It's something I share with only my very favourite people. But if you're watching this video, you're definitely one of my favourite people. So I'll share the secret. The secret is that any complete box of a Sudoku, any complete row, any complete column contains the digits 1 to 9 once each. And if we add up the digits 1 to 9, we get 45. Now 45 has the quality of being odd. And you may say, why is that interesting? Well, it is interesting because this line's the total of the digits on this pipeline is undoubtedly even overall, because these two are going to sum to x, and that segment will also sum to x. So the line overall will sum to 2x. Now look at this line. Imagine that was a region sum line. That would sum to 2y. This one would sum to 2y. This one would sum to 2z or something. But if we were to make either this one or this one blue, because you can't repeat a digit in blue, we'd use all 9 numbers. And we know all 9 numbers sum to 45, an odd number, not an even number. So the only line that can be blue that isn't this one is this one, and it has to be blue, because otherwise all of these would be German whispers lines. And given we can't repeat a digit within a constraint, there would have to be 11 different Sudoku numbers. So this is blue. Now neither of these can be blue because we've run out of blue. Well, we've already used 8 digits now. So these have to be German whispers. I'll use the darker shade to distinguish from whatever it's called, the checkpoint. And now we know. Well, what do we know now? Oh, one thing we know is that the green digits contain are the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because we can't put 5 on a green line ever, and we've just highlighted 8 digits of green. Actually, hang on. So this is 7 or 9. So this one, we approximately know how it's going to oscillate now. This digit will have to be 1, 2, or 3, because it needs to be at least 5 different from the 7 or the 9. But if it was 4, these would both be 9, and we break Sudoku. So this has got to be 7, 8, or 9. Again, it can't be 6, because both of these would be 1. And this digit has to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. So this hang on, this digit is the sum of digits as well, isn't it? So that, I mean, even if these were a 1, 2 pair, this is at least a 3. So this is 3, 4, or 5, and this can't be a 1. So, okay, so what we could do now, if we think about the panoply of digits involved on green lines, the most difficult digits to place are going to be 4, because 4 can only go next to 9, and 6, because 6 can only go next to 1. Now, none of these can be 6. So one of these must be 6. I tell you what, I was about to say, well, you could put 6 in a position where the two ones don't see each other, but you can't, because you can't repeat the 1 at all. So neither of these can be 6. So the 6 must be at one of the ends of the lines, which means 1 is in one of those two cells, which means this line doesn't have a 1 on it. This is lovely. So one of these is 6. Oh, I see. And that's, well, until we know which way round that goes, we're not going to be able to do the oscillation, are we? So can that really be 4? If that was 4, this would be 3 or 5. Right. No, there's a simpler way of doing this. Where is 8 on the green lines? Oh, hang on. Hold that thought. Here is a much more beautiful question. Where is 8 on the blue lines? Now, remember what we said about 45. 45 is odd, but I know that this collection of digits, let's say it sums to 2x, and this sums to 2y. So overall, these 8 digits sum to what? An even number. So what digit, which of the 9, there are 9 Sudoku digits, 8 of which are used on the blue lines. So what sort of digit are we missing out? We must be missing out an odd number. But that means there must be, all even numbers must be on the blue lines. And where am I putting 8? There. That's the only one. I didn't clear any fog. But that's the only one that could be 8. Well, okay, and that makes it even easier to see where is the 8 on the green lines. Because there must be one. The only digit missing from the green lines is 5, so that's 8. You can't put 8 next to 4. 4 and 8 are not 5 apart, so this is a 2, 3 pair. So the 4 must be on this line. It can't go in the middle of the line, or you'd have to surround it by 2 digits the same, 2 9s. So this is a 4, 6 pair. And this is a 1, 9 pair. And now 9's appeared on the line. Oh, which means this is a 7. 7 can't go next to 3. They're not far enough apart. So 2, 3, 4. This is now a 1, 3 pair. And now we ought to be able to just do maths to work out. No. Actually, oh, well, no, we can. We can, but not for the reasons I thought. What we could do now is you look at this 7. because 7 is not now placeable by Sudoku in any blue cell. So we know 7 is missing from the blue digits, which means that the blue digits overall sum to 38, 45 minus the 7. Now, this line sums to 8, i.e. double 4, which means this line sums to 30, so each bit of it sums to 15, so this has to be a 6-9 pair. Actually, I know the order. This is gorgeous, isn't it? And these digits they don't involve 7, so they're a 2-5 pair. Oh, and one of them has to be consecutive with 6, so 5, 2. We can almost get this digit. We just need to, what do we need here? 3 and, why can't I scan that? 3 and 4. Oh, well, yes, okay. But this has to be even, because this is even, and it's connected. So just from a parity perspective, this digit is even, so this will be odd because it's consecutive with it, so this will be even again. And the only even digit I've got left to place is 4. So I think this is a 4. And it is. But now this is terrible, because now I've got to delete everything. I've got to delete everything. I've got to remove all those line logics that we did. Oh, okay, and now lines can be parity lines as well. So we've got, we've basically introduced a 5-cell line and 2 5-cell lines actually to the panoply of possible lines. So okay, we no, that hang on. No, that doesn't work. I was going to say this can't be German whispers but that's just wrong. Because actually these are, imagine this was high, then by oscillation along the whisper this is also high, so it could certainly be consecutive. What about the black dot? The black dot can't have 4 on it. So it's not 2-4 and it's not 4-8. So it's either 1-2 or it's 3-6. So, and this one is still 7 or 9. But what was this one previously? We were, okay, so this one still can't be German whispers, because these are, if it was whispers, these would be the same polarity. So this would be, say, high, this would be low, and yet they're meant to be joined up across a consecutive dot. So this is either parity, which we said was a red line, or a blue line, if it's region sum, which is what it was before. If it's parity, maybe we can't put enough even digits on it, because we've already used up 4 and 8. No, that's just not true. I'm not sure what to do then. This one we worked out could be whispers, didn't we? But so this one and this one. Yeah, this one isn't parity, is it? That's weird. Yeah, if it was parity, the white dot should join consecutive cells, but it doesn't. That's consecutive, and these two are consecutive. Yeah, so by that I mean that these two are definitely different in parity. So whatever parity this is, this one is different parity. Let's make it purple. And now whatever this is, whether it's purple parity or indigo parity, it will cause a consecutive problem. So this one is not parity. Oh goodness, right. This isn't region sum. because we'd be saying this digit was the sum of 4 different digits in box 6. That's nonsense. So this one I actually know. This is green. This is whispers. And this is very close to having to be low. If this was if this was 6, this would have to be 1. That would have to be 2. 6, 1, 2. Oh, I don't know. That might be possible, actually. No, actually, that actually might be possible. I was going to say the black dot breaks. Not sure it does if this is a 1-2 pair. Okay, what we can say now is that this one can't be... Oh, it's simple. No. This is the way to do it. Right. Remember that we can't put more than 8 digits in this puzzle on a green line, because we can never put 5 on a green line, ever. Now, all the rest of the green lines, all of the rest of the lines except this one, would require us to use all 9 digits for green. So the question is, if this isn't green, then we'd have to, these lines would have to have sufficient digits. Well, that's wrong, isn't it? There's way more than 18 digits there. So given we can't, even if we made one of them parity and one of them region sum, and used all the digits we could, we'd only use 18 digits. So there's a lot more than 18 digits in these cells. So this does have to be green, which is probably important. So we are using all digits on green. So where's 4 on green? Oh, it can't be there. That would be 9. So 4 on green is on this one, which is going to be next to 9, wherever that lives. So there's a 4 and a 9 over here. But, okay, what does that mean? Right. Okay, so what we can do now is think about region sum, I think. I'm going to claim, and I might be wrong about this, but I'm going to claim that has to be region sum for the following reason. I can see very clearly now, I've got 18 cells of line left. So all digits are going to appear in blue, and all digits are going to appear in red. And one of the 5 cell lines is going to have to be blue, and one of them is going to have to be red. Now imagine this one was blue, which is what it was last time, before the last checkpoint. If this was blue, then we would know that either this one was blue or this one was blue, but that can't work because of the 45 total we'd be looking for. This line is definitely x plus x, it's 2x. That line would be 2y. This would be 2z. 45, which would be the sum of all the 9 blue digits, is odd. So the only way we can achieve this is if this is blue, because this has got 3 segments on it, and this will add to an odd number, because we know whichever line we partner up this 5 cell blue line with will add to an even number. So this line needs to add to an odd number, which means, I want to say it means this is odd, doesn't it? Because this line's total will then be the multiplication of 2 odd numbers. If this is even, 3 times an even number is always an even number. So this is odd. And it can't be 3 because these would both be 1, 2. So this is 5, 7 or 9. whatever that digit is, I know if it's 5, it doesn't have to appear on the green line. I was wondering where it went on the green line. Okay, so this is now red, because otherwise there would be 10 digits that were blue in the puzzle. And I know those two are consecutive. Sorry, I can't quite see. I know those three have the same parity and these two have the same parity. So if yellow was even, this would be a 2-6 pair. And then this would have to be blue, because otherwise you'd have too many even digits across this domino. One of these would be even. So, not sure how to do this. Okay, I know by parity this is even. That's on a line. So this digit is 3 or 5. This digit is 2 or 6. No, okay, that might not be how to do it. So how do we do this? So, okay, we know that that blue line is divisible by 3. Right, so we know that the other blue line is divisible by 6, wherever that lives. Which would rule 7 out from here. Yeah, that's it. Right, got it. This is the blue line. Now this is a bit complicated, but this is the logical reason. The reason is that because this, let's say this domino sums to x, then this line is expressible mathematically as 3 lots of x. Now 45 is also divisible by 3. So we know whichever line is blue, because we're deducting a number that's divisible by 3 from 45, which is itself divisible by 3, the other line must be divisible by 3. But we know that this line and this line, they're also, the digits on them are divisible by 2, because they only enter, there's only 2 segments on each line. So for a number to be divisible by 3 and divisible by 2, what does that mean? The numbers on it overall must be divisible by 6. Sorry, I just have to do a dab. Now, immediately we can see, having deduced that, let's look at this digit. If this was 7, are the digits on this line divisible by 6 overall? No, they would add up to 14. 14 is not divisible by 6. Now, if this was 9, on the other hand, that would work, because the line would add up to 18. 18 is divisible by 6. So prima facie, this looks like a very good option, except if this line adds up to 18, what do these segments add up to? Well, 45 minus 18 is 27. There's 3 segments here. 27 divided by 3 is 9. So this would be a 9, but we've just said that's a 9. We'd have repeated 9s on the blue segments. So this is blue. This is brilliant, isn't it? It's absolutely brilliant, which means this is... Oh, this is lovely. So this is red, and we know the parity of that one. So we know this is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. These are even. Oh, yes, okay. So look at this line now. It needs to have a surplus of odd digits on it, because there's more odd digits in Sudoku than even digits in Sudoku. So this line has 2 odds, 2 evens, so this needs to have 3 odds, which means that yellow actually should become orange, because orange begins with O, and so does odd. So oh, okay. So I'm sort of duplicating my bluification here, because I meant to use blue for even digits, but maybe I'll use different blue. Okay, so these are blue, these are orange, and therefore these digits are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. These digits are 2, 4, 6, 8. Now this can't be 4 or 8. And this can't be 8 at all. So 8 must be 8 on the parity line has to be in one of those two cells. And this is 2 or 6. So this digit can't be 9 because we need this to be consecutive with this. Now, what does that mean? The answer is I don't know. But as Maverick scuttles over again, can I do any sort of... Can we do any maths on this? If this is 5, 5's incredibly difficult to go here. Because this line would add up to 15, so it would be the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be the digits 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 15 sums. Oh, 8. Oh, that's filthy. That doesn't work, but it's really hard to see why. Yeah, if this is 5, because this hypothecates then the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because say this was 1, 4, and this was 2, 3, that's how it would have to go. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, which add up to 30, which means each segment sums to 15. Now the 8, looking at this, would have to be here, wouldn't it? Because one of these digits needs to be an 8. So this would be 8, and this would be 7. This would be 6, this would be 9, and this would be, yeah, a 7, 9 pair. And that's going to kill off that cell. So that's wrong. I suppose another way of putting it is that if this is 6, actually it's a much simpler way of putting it, if this is 6, 7, 8, 9, those two digits both have to go in that cell, which isn't going to work. So this is not 5. If it's 7, that's 21, which means this is 24, which that doesn't work. So this is going to be 9. If this is 7, those blue cells are 21. This is 24. So each segment adds up to 12. I can't make this segment add up to 12. If that's 6, this would be another 6. If that's 2, that's got to be a 10. So that's got to be 9. I keep expecting it to clear fog, but so this is 27 now, so this is 18. Oh, so all the segments sum to 9. Yeah, so sorry, everything sums to 9 on the blue cells. So if this is 2 or 6, that's got to be 3 or 7. Which, no, that doesn't. I was about to say that digit's got to be the same as that one, but no, it could be this one. Okay. Ooh, that digit's odd. That's big. That digit's got to be odd because I got the parity of this one, and there's a white dot. That can't be 4, so this is a 4-9 pair in box 1. Oh, and you can't put the 4 in the middle because it would be surrounded by double 9. So that's got to be 9. That's got to be 4. This has got to be a low digit, which is a 1, 2, or 3. So this is not 6 or 8. So it's not 8. This is the 8. Looking at our pencil marks, this is even and this is odd. So this is 1 or 3. One of those is 6. I don't know how we do that. So 6. has to appear on a green line somewhere, and it's not on this one. So 6 is on this one, and it's got to be in a position where it can't be flanked on both sides by 1s. So it can't be in a middle position. So 6 is either here or here. And that's absolutely wonderful. Look at that. So because 6 on this line has to be at an end, where is the 1 on this line, which is going to be next to the 6? And the answer is on the white dot. And if you put 1 on a white dot, what must accompany it? And the answer is 2. So this is a 1-2 pair. So this up here is a 3-6 now, which means this is a 5, which means this is a 6, which means this is a 3, because they have to add up to 9. And now we can oscillate, can't we? Because this is a green line. So this can't be 3, it wouldn't be 5 different. So that's got to be 6, that's 3, that's 1, that's 2. These digits are the high digits we've not used that aren't 6 and 9. So they are 7 and 8. This is 3, doesn't tell us this one. It does mean this isn't 3. Well, oh, where's 3? On my parity line. There's got to be a 3. It's not there. It's not here. It's got to be there. So that probably means something. I need 7, 8, and 9 into column 9. Which probably matters. I still haven't got this, have I? I've not even really thought about this cell. This is not 1, 8 and it's not 3, 6. But we knew it wasn't 3, 6 already. So this is 2, 7 or 4, 5. I mean, I'll put that in. It's slightly desperate. So there is a virtual 2 or 4 pair, because whatever this is, it stops that digit appearing here, and the other of 2 and 4 will have to appear. 3. Where's 3 in box 6? One place. Which is a little win for the goodies, isn't it? 3 is a bit restricted. In box 7. Where it, oh no, that doesn't work. No, it does. It does. Where's 6 in row 7? I can't put it here, because that would be a 6-3 pair. So 6 has only got one place. So this is now not 6. Oh, I thought that would do something, but what does that do? Okay, what about these cells? What are those? They are 4, 5, and 6. They're sort of the middle entropy set, aren't they? So they're... that's huge. So this is 4 or 5. So this can't be a 4, 5 pair anymore. It'll break this cell. So this is 2, 7. Which means this is 4. That's lovely. It's just lovely. So that's all of my parity line done. Well, all of the evens on my parity line, to be precise. 4 has to be there. Which pushes 3. Oh, I didn't... Oh, that's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. So 3 is in one of 2 places in box 1. What's going on here? 1, 5... Oh, it's 1, 5, 7s and 9s, is it? So that digit can't repeat on the parity lines. So this digit is there, and is not 9, therefore. So this is... not 5 either. Not 5 either. This is 1 or 7, and it goes exactly there in box 7. Which Oh, I don't know. That feels like it's doing something, doesn't it? But I can't see what. 8 by Sudoku is in one of those cells. I've got to thank Nurator as well for distracting me from my cough. This has been absolutely lovely. 6, 8. Where's 6 in that row? 6, 8. So 6 is in this domino. And I can see this digit it's seeing lots of different pairs of 9. Because these digits here, these purple ones I'm flashing on and off, I know in some order they are 1, 8, 1, 8 and 4, 5, aren't they? Oh, hang on. I don't see if I can. I thought I might be able to do it here, but I don't think I can. But that means that this digit here, which is our, whatever it's called, the checkpoint digit, it sees whichever one of these dominoes is 1, 8, and it sees whichever one of the dominoes is 4, 5. So this digit is not 1, 8, 4, 5, 6 or 9. Now, if I was better at scanning, I would immediately know what it could be. 1, 8, it could be 2. It could be 7. It can't be 2 or 7 because it's got to be consecutive with that. So 1, 8, 2, 1, 8, 4, 5. So it's got to be 3. 3 is the only digit I haven't said. I'm just going to, let me just think about that again. Yeah, I suppose a different way of putting that is it has to be from one of the existing sets that I haven't, because it can't be from one of the new sets I haven't placed yet, and it definitely can't be consecutive with 2 or 7, so it's got to be one of these two, because it can't itself be 9. So it's 3 or 6, but 6 here takes 6 out, so that's got to be 3. That's, oh! Okay. That's exciting. So what do we have to delete again now then? So, yeah, but when we, well, that's interesting actually. Because what I was going to say is that technically the rules might require me to delete everything apart from the 3, 8 and 4 on the checkpoint cells. But there's no new rules being introduced when we get to checkpoint 3. So I would then go through all of the logic I've already done to establish all the colours are exactly as I've put in here. And therefore the puzzle would complete to this point, if you see what I mean. I'm definitely not doing that. That's unnecessary. So I think we can just carry on. It's probably famous last words. Where is 2 in this box? So this is 2 by Sudoku. This can't be 2, 7 again. So there's a, no, this is a 1, 2 pair then. It can't be 2, 3 because we've already put 3 in the box. So in this column I need 5, 7 and 8. But I need to put a digit in here. Oh, it could be 5 or 8. That's 1 or 4, but it can't be 1 now. So this has got to be 4, 5. This has got to be 1, 8, and I know the order. Now the 1 on the parity lines is now only there. That's the only place it can go. And this column needs a 7, 8 pair, so we can put that in. This is a 9 in the corner. This is 8, this is 7, using the 8 here. This is 8. These two digits are 7 and 9. This digit is a 1. So in this row, what do we need? We need 2, 5, 7. It's probably resolvable. I don't exactly see how. So this is 9, which means this is 7. This is 5. We've done our parity lines. This is 1 by Sudoku. That's 9 actually. In this column we need 2, 5, 6. Which means this is 2. These are 5, 6 pair. So this is a 5, 6 pair. And this digit's known. That's got to be a 4 to complete the row. This is stunning. This is a stunning puzzle. 2, 5, 7. Oh, yeah, that's a naked single. Sees 2 and 5 in the column. So that's 7. That's 7. That's 9. We need to put 2 and 5 in the column. We can do it. We need in this box 7 and 9. We can do those. We can probably do the 4 and the 6. I just can't see how. We could... Okay, what are those digits? Ah, this isn't 3. Aha. Oh. Okay, so we can do 3s. We can do all the 3s. Yeah, done all the 3s. So these two cells are a 1-8 pair. And this needs 1... Ah, okay, so this is also 1 or 8, isn't it? It sees 7. So that's 7. This isn't 7 anymore. This is 7 in the bottom row. Let's double click our 7s and check we've got all the 7s. All your 7s belong to us. Oh, right, here's a beautiful parity point. Look at that domino. And let's just think about the nature of consecutive numbers. Now, a consecutive pair of digits must include an odd digit. So which odd digit are we planning to put in the purple domino? It can't be 3, it can't be 7, it can't be 9. So it must be 1 or 5. But if you put 1 in there, it would be a 1-2 pair breaking this cell. So it must be 5. We might not know the... Oh, well, actually, no, I don't know the order. But I do know it's not 5, 6, because that's going to break row 1, column 1. So it's 5, 4. And I still don't know anything. Oh, well, okay. I know this is 5, this is 6. This is now 1 or a 2. So I can do the same thing with this domino. Let's give it its own colour. Again, in terms of odd digits that you can put in the yellow domino, 5's just been hypothecated to purple. 3 and 7 have gone. It can't be 1, 2 because that's going to break this cell and this cell. So it must be 9, which must go with 8, and I know the order. So that's 9, that's 8, that's 8, that's 1, that's 1, that's 2, that's 2, that's 1. That's a something, technical term for a 6. The 4 and the 5 are actually resolved, I've just noticed. So the 5 and the 2 are resolved. I've not put 6 into this column. So that does my 6 and my 4. That gets me a 4 here. I need a something in this row. 9. This is a 9, isn't it? And I need a something in that column. Looks like 5. And that'll be a 1. That's gorgeous. That is a gorgeous puzzle. Fantastic. Nurator, take a bow. That was brilliant. I'm sorry about my cold and my voice. I'm not going to let it defeat me. I am going to keep ploughing on, especially doing puzzles like that. Fantastic. Let me know in the comments how you got on with the puzzle. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.